What up?
What up?
What's happening?
Guys?
What's up, guys? It's your boy Oras Mampofu.
And your girl Bianca Carmichael.
And together we are Black Love Unplugged. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. It's a beautiful Friday evening. Well, it's a Friday afternoon. We're done with our days. I finished on 6. She's finished with all her meetings and all that stuff. And we are shooting this thing from home, doing our thing. I hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are doing right.
People are just waiting for this video. You know, people are like, I've been waiting. People are actually swearing at us even.
Yeah, I know, we got a bit of flack.
But we'll take it.
Yeah, no, we realized that you guys were more angry than we thought. We were more angry than we thought. And I think it's not a fun thing to feel like you're not as important to anyone. So the fact that we weren't doing those videos, the fact that we weren't as adamant about commenting and so forth, we know those things will have an effect on people. So we're sorry. We're doing the best that we can, but I'm telling you, it only gets better.
Yeah,
I totally agree. But yeah, how's the time? On the 30th, literally, next week Monday,
yes,
we go back to level 1. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually a bit nervous. Like, just when he presented it, my throat started going.
Paranoid.
Yeah, I think that's my issue.
My
mind.
Yeah.
Like, even when we go out to like a restaurant or whatever, like, how many times I complain to you the next day? My throat. You know, like my mind, like I'm just like.
Your mind gets the best.
Jesus good.
Yeah.
The best we can hope for now is to be asymptomatic.
Yeah, because it's like, oh my gosh, so much is happening. No, I totally get you on that.
Yeah.
For me, I'm happy that people are out and about, that the industry is active, especially in my space, entertainment. There are a lot of actor friends that I know. There are a lot of musician friends that I know. There are people that, do events that have taken quite a hell of it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been quite hectic. It's been quite intense, so I look at it from a standpoint that a lot of people's livelihoods have been affected. In actual fact, a friend of ours, Ulebo, sent a list on the group of restaurants that are closed down indefinitely. It was like, whoa, I don't know if you're even allowed mentioning restaurants, but it was so hectic. Yeah, it was so hectic to see those names. Like, whoa, these are places that we used to go to, and they are literally closed indefinitely. So, for me, it's been an element of also looking at the livelihood element, and the fact that at some point we need to consider that reality too. And we know health is a very important thing, and I know health obviously is a very big and important thing, being what you do for a living. Epidemiology is really what you're trying to get into, and so you understand the realities.
My baby's speaking my language. Yes, I'm just like, let's switch this camera off.
You understand all the languages, you understand the challenges. So, I understand your concern. But I think I'm on the other end.
Yeah, and I think we have been where you're just like, I'm excited, and I'm like, I want to be excited with you, but I'm scared.
We need to feed these industries. Life can't be, in my mind, life can't be about cowering in a corner and not living on the basis of that.
But that doesn't mean be risky
or reckless.
Yeah,
take your precautions.
Be very safe. Yeah,
Yeah, I totally get you on that.
So you'll be kept seeing us.
Yeah, so hopefully, maybe next week, if God allows, we'll probably be at a restaurant, or we'll probably be at a park, or we'll probably be a market. Yeah. We'll be at something different, doing it differently.
Yeah.
And I think it would be nice to bring in that new element. Stay tuned for it. It's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get good.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
what are we talking about, baby?
In the meantime, the discussion that we're having right now is talking about, those petty issues. We're talking about breakups. Those breakups that happen in relationships. You walk away, the other one walks off. The good things that we appreciate about each other and the bad things that we don't appreciate. not even just in one relationship, but throughout all the relationships you've experienced, what are the things that you felt like really were like, okay, this was not necessary, okay, this was toxic, these are elements that aren't good for a relationship, these are elements that are good for a relationship?
Oh God!
You understand?
You can start like
No, always Bianca. That's what you
Okay, for me, obviously it would be the petty breakups.
Yeah.
You know, of like, if a little fight, you know, when you guys are not coming to an agreement, then someone would be like, Pela, you must remember, Loguti, you're not forced to be here. I know I'm not forced to be here, but like, what are you saying? Or whether, like, or if someone says, and for your future relationships, and you're just like, this is already predicting that they're not going to be with me, you know. And I pick up on like underlying messages,
subtext,
you know, so that for me is the biggest bad habit I don't like during petty, stressful times in your relationship, is the angsafun.
And I think, I don't know, it's weird, it's like a guy thing a lot of the time. I realize guys do have this energy and vibe about like, once things get really tough, they're like, just get away, walk away, like, I don't want to be here. In fact, you know, like, they feel, and I don't know if maybe it comes from a deeper rooted issue that is more around them questioning whether they should be in a relationship, you know, because guys, for us as guys, there is incentive in being single, there's incentive in being in a relationship. For women, like the culture and the ideology that being single is not something that they kind of like seek out, unless their ambition obviously is career and whatever, and they don't want to compromise that, right? But generally it's like no, I'd rather be with someone. It serves me better to be with someone. So I think maybe it's always that situation where guys are in conflict and they're like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should be out there just living my life, doing whatever I want. And then when things get a little bit stressful, they're like, flipping out, this isn't what I wanted. I want to fucking get away, you know? And it gets into that kind of space.
I mean, I think women feel it too, you know, where you're just like, you know, like, but I don't know.
Where do you think it's rooted more for females?
I think for me, being the modern women, it's the controlling factor. Like when I feel that, you know, like, and sometimes it's my anger or my emotion that's making me feel like, oh, this is control, you know, that this is not what I wanted. It's something, you know, and you freak out like, I don't want to turn out to be
something,
the woman, the generations before me that I promised I would never be. You know, so it causes this panic of you're disappointing. It's disappointing, like, you know. So for me personally, that's what makes me panic. Where I'm just like,
I think it's important, especially as a woman, because a lot of the time you don't know when you've gone too far, and you like, it's literally a situation where you're being controlled, and like you literally are a puppet under the puppeteer's hand. You get what I'm saying? So. And the thing is that it's relative. For every single relationship, you don't know, like, it happens in different ways. So it's so tough to kind of be like, okay, no, I'm not being controlled. Some people can be like, no, I'm not being controlled. I like, you know, giving
I like
this
a
level
man
of control. Who does this and this and this. But it's like, at the end of the day, you're not really sure.
Control is personal.
Exactly. But like, I understand why you'd have that concern. And don't understand why you think to jump ship, because it's like nobody wants to be in a position where they are mentally enslaved in a relationship, where it's like you no longer live any element of what you want to happen, but instead you're living to
make someone else
to satisfy the whim of the other person's experience.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get it. I get you, girl. I get it.
What is your peeve in like stressful times in relationships that?
I hate it when I know and I can sense, actually that I can feel it in every vibe that we're not listening to each other. but our egos aren't allowing us to just stop each other in the middle of this argument and just say, listen, we both not listening here. You know when you just like, and it goes into this like habitual rut.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna
Now it's more of an ego game, and it's no longer about actual communication. Like that for me, it's like I hate it. Like it makes me upset. It makes me feel like I'm not intelligent. It's like I'm actually falling
by emotions.
Yeah, I'm actually falling to my emotions right now, knowingly, like willingly. I know that, and we get to the end of the argument, and we're both walking off, and it's like, oh. I saw when it was going to this direction.
I could have stopped when you even know the specific point. You could have stopped it.
I should have stopped myself at that point.
I
hate that. I hate that so much. I hate not feeling like I'm conscious of my actions, because it speaks to the fact that I'm active. I'm acting intuitively without without thinking. You know, I pride myself.
How do you break out of that?
For me, it's always a self-reflection thing, and self-reflection, and then also breaking out of that is learning. Because it's consciousness. Once you're conscious of the pattern, you are a bigger step. You're a further step ahead in breaking it, because now it's no longer unconscious unawareness. It's conscious unawareness. Then it's unconscious awareness. Then it's conscious awareness. You get what I'm saying?
No, I don't get what you're saying.
So, have you ever heard? No, listen. Have you ever heard of the term? You don't know that you don't know.
No.
Then you know that you don't know. So there's levels.
Guys, can't tell me.
Yeah, shy and genius. If you're not in my space and you're working your mind, some kata. Exercise.
Is it genius though?
Exercise what?
Is it genius though?
It's unconscious unawareness. No, it's unconscious unawareness. Then it's conscious unawareness. Then it's unconscious awareness. Then it's conscious awareness.
Yeah.
There's levels.
Yeah.
Degrees.
Whatever.
But guys, for the intelligent people out here in the squad, just like
send
me a fire sign.
Intelligent. I'm the one with the psychology honors here.
Clearly, you must have a doctorate. Can't do it. Honorary. But you get what I'm saying? Like for me,
yeah.
So I feel like you get to a point where you overcome the elements within yourself when you become more aware. It's like in gym.
But like, you know what
exercise
I constantly, like, you know, sometimes like I'll be in the middle of an argument, yeah? And I'll go through what you're going through, where I'm just like,
yes, carry on.
Where I'm just like, okay, now this is going a way that I didn't want it to go.
Yes.
But I'm gonna go with it anyway.
Ego.
For me, do you know what it actually is? I actually have a debate about it in my head.
While you argue?
Yes. Saying why, you know, and I'm just like, because I feel that if I back down, now, if I back down and I'm just like, okay, you know, where he'll be like, no matter what I do, she'll be this calm person, and you know what I'm saying? So sometimes in that moment, I'm like, sometimes that person needs to feel the fire, you know, like, so it's always that argument in my head that if I carry on humbling myself, this person will take advantage.
It's not about humbling yourself though, but it's about if you feel like you're going in the wrong direction in argument or in an engagement and it's getting sour, you putting the ego element and being more about I'm protecting myself image kind of becomes a disservice to the argument, because now the argument is not about the actual point and getting to the fulfillment of that point, but it's about you preserving yourself and the ideas of yourself but then we kind of lose out on the point.
But do you hear my point?
I totally get your point. Like, I totally get you. Like, nobody wants to feel like you're elega. You get what I'm saying? But like,
so
when can we as black people can like actually move away from that? Like, let's get over it. Sometimes you're gonna look like a dumbass when you're trying to fix your relationship, and that's what fixes it. Like, if you're gonna be in a relationship and all you want to do is show that you're right, or that you're the unsung hero in this whole experience, or you're the victim, or dude, both of us are here because we want to be here. Both of us are here because we want to build something here. And then, just to finish off my point, then both of us should be willing to do whatever it takes to maintain those two very first points. Being here and but like, we need to get over ourselves, and it needs to be something that we need to know as a Bantu. Okay, we're black. Young black love has a problem of ego. We have that problem. You can't go just suffering and they're going through a lot, whatever. And this person can be at a harsh core. You know this person, and I used to watch it in the movies. You know when the girl gets no, and then the guy would be like, you let the girl hit him and then you just hug the girl, right?
Never tried it.
That is a strong symbol, and it's a strong lesson, because it's saying this guy, despite what she's going through, realizes the deeper issue and is willing to say, this is not what is the issue here. So I will love you beyond what you are doing, beyond what you are experiencing. I'll love you towards healing you, not love you towards showing you that this is right, this is wrong. Fuck what's right and wrong. We need to heal. You get what I'm saying? And I love that. Like, I always try my best. I'm not the best at it, but there's sometimes where I can see, like, and even in my past relationships, even with you, there's been moments where, like, I can see and you'll lash out at me, right? And I can see that your lashing out at me has nothing to really do with what you're doing, more than how you feel about something deeper, right? And then I'll try my best to not deal with the stones that you're throwing and kind of deal with a bigger issue.
But do you feel that, and you're right, you do that, but
thank you.
One thing I do want to bring out though is that it's actually less now. So do you think that you yourself, like, you're running out of patience, or do you think that happens, like, where, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything is relative to what people are going through.
I guess so. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So you're more likely to be clearer when you're at a time of clarity than when you're going through a lot of things, or you're less likely, like, there are moments in time, there are time periods, but what you try to do as you go along in your journey is try to find your moments of strength for being strong for others. So I find that I try to find strength, because it's not easy taking a shot from someone because you know that they're doing something deeper. But you do that and you like, actually, come give me a hug. And you give them what they actually need. You get what I'm saying? To heal something that's more. And a lot of times I think we get so caught up in our emotions and in our heads. And I think a lot of the time, if I can be honest, on a deeper level of answering what you were saying, I think it's a selfishness.
A selfishness?
Yes, there are selfish moments where you like, there's something deeper, but you're like, but I'm not going to take this hit.
Basically what I was saying, I go through sometimes in the middle of an argument, or where I'm just like, self-preservation.
Yeah, it becomes more of it's a selfish you know. But I think the more we become selfless, the more we are able to heal.
And also have maybe less of your partner reacting the way they do, because when you exude calmness and healing, like, you know, if you hang around people, you're likely to take on their habits. Like, so if you're in a relationship with someone who's actually very healing, and you end up taking up some elements of that
healing.
Of that
it's bound to.
Or you mess that person up where they
and then now they become toxic. Guys, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away.
But like, I was reading some meme the other day, meme, and it was just like, you have never been in a relationship, and I cracked up, and I was like, wow, like, fam, this hits home. You've never been in a relationship until you packed your bags and didn't leave.
That was so us at some point. I think I've done that in every relationship I've been in. Like,
packing your shit bags.
Fuck. I said I'm leaving. Stop me. I said I'm leaving.
And I come here with a guy that is so toxic.
Yeah.
Like,
but then, remember at the beginning of a relationship,
yes,
we used to do that a lot. God. It's like, shit, how did we get, like, wow, the way, like, how far we've come. It's flipping crazy. Anyways, let's talk more about other habits.
Another habit I do not appreciate in relationships, and this thing of technology, where it becomes evident to the world that there's issues in this relationship.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about my phone.
A person is going to, like, write a statement. Let's say you've had a fight with the person,
and then
they write a status of Oksala, your eye will rise with or without you. I mean, what's up with this?
We are jumping, and it's not subliminal anymore.
But you're telling the world. Some people even go as far as saying, "Oh, I really need a hug right now." Of course, people that are hunting are going to come and slip into your WhatsApp and be like, "I can come hug you." Like, you know what I'm saying? I really, really, if you're gonna want to update, rather make it that we screen grab, where it's a quote by someone else. But when you actually balaring, like,
in actual fact, now I ask myself, why do people actually do that? Why do we do that? Because I've done that a lot in many of my past relationships, even here in this relationship. I'm sure you've done the same.
No.
I'll
be like, oh, I'm so happy. Like,
no. So what do you think it is? Do you think it's what do you think it is?
I actually think it's, you're actually trying to reach out to your partner, but you don't know how to.
Yeah.
Unless you're saying evil things like, oh, some people are just witches, you know.
Yeah, but I think
that's a, you know.
I think it is a situation where humans, right, want to feel heard. But now, if the one person you're trying to send the message to is not hearing you, you try to put that. It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous because it can put you in a cheating situation as well, where you'll be like, oh, from now on it's just me, you know.
You get what I'm saying?
Someone will slip into your thingy.
Are you okay? Justin, are you okay? Just know I'm here for you.
Gone. And when you saw today, you were showing me a DM, how people slide into your DMs.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I was just like, girl.
You're a teen. Obviously, you're not going to put out any names.
Obviously, but you're going to know yourself if you're watching this. She was like, what does a girl say to a guy who's heard everything?
How was that?
Oh, this was like,
damn. That was good. Like, I almost answered. I was like, tell me. Wait.
I'm saying hi.
Wait. Babe.
You need to come
I'm
see.
This bumping. Wait. Babe, come see this.
So guys, be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. But that was hilarious.
Yeah.
What other habit don't you like?
I think the whole phone thing, I think it's my habit. But it's not a habit that's cool. Where I hate relationships that don't engage. And I also see it a lot when we're out and maybe like we're like with other couples or friends and they'll literally be on their phones. It's
Yes.
like that stuff for me, it irks. Honestly, it's like, wow, let's not do this. But I also know the power of habit and that sometimes people don't notice when they're doing it and whatever. But that stuff, it is so toxic for relationships.
But I like the thing that
and so
and
I
we
take
stopped
full
it now
accountability
that
for my
we
habits on that.
now that we going back to level 1, we'll be seeing our friends a lot. And there's a rule we had created where we'll be like, okay, everyone grab your phone, do stories, and we do our stories, and then we'll be like, okay,
enough. Yeah.
everyone put your phone down.
Yeah.
And we even say, if you're gonna take your phone, we all want to see what you're
What's
doing.
in it? Where was
Who
that?
you talking to?
Where was that? In Durban?
Huh? No, like it was.
It was an outing where we did that.
But we've done it a few times.
That was cool.
You know, and we engaged, we danced, and then you find only one person was doing a story, and we're like, who's taking? You know, so sometimes you need to enforce these rules and be like, okay, babe, putting our phone away at 6 o'clock until 8.
And I think it's a very important one. Like, I honestly feel like phones are a very big relationship breaker. Especially in our day and age, because you don't realize how bad it gets until it gets so bad that like the couples or the partners are literally like they're neglecting each other. You get what I'm saying? Or one is neglecting the other. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Because the other one feels what's going on.
Yeah.
That is the worst.
I agree.
That is the worst.
I agree.
So I feel like that's also a very important one that I think we should learn to break. You? Another one?
Ooh, I mean, I was still going to talk about cute habits during fights.
Okay. You can switch it up.
But yeah, we can. But if you have more, I can't think of all.
Oh, I can think of some more. For sure.
Wow, guys, I'm really not that horrible.
It's not just you though. Like I've been in other relationships.
No, I'm joking.
You know, but for me, I think it's when it comes to negative stuff, I think like it's very hard to think back right now. But also the whole selfishness thing of when someone kind of gets into that space of dude, when someone makes something about them when it's not. And I think we need to Yo, there's so much you need to, and we do this a lot. Like, I think we also need to learn when something's not about
you.
Yeah, and it's about another person, because people go through things at a different time as well. You get what I'm saying? I think that's also very, very important. Like, I think I also did that a lot when growing up, when I was like with my siblings and whatever. Like, I got into the stage where I was very self-centered. And you realize it later, but damn, I was very selfish, you know? And I made everything about me. If people were winning in life, I had to contribute as to how I was winning too. If people were, doing good things or, living life in a particular way or I needed to put in my 2 cents as to how I'm, And sometimes it's just not about you, And sometimes you just need to learn about, oh shit, step back and marvel at the beauty of another person's experience, Or step back and be empathetic to the hardship of somebody else's experience. You get what I'm saying? And we need to learn to gauge those things. Oh shit, this person's going through a lot. Oh damn, this person's having a celebratory moment. They need me to not be about me and be more about them. You get what I'm saying?
That's actually a good one. It's a really, really good one.
And then stupid things like cleanliness. I think those things are also, but more a young habit. What habits do you hate? Just about not errands, but things around the house. Is there anything that? For me, one thing that irks me is when I can't put up the volume, because you always. I think it's always sometimes connected to your emotions. Like if I got grand and Or if I don't want to come to bed with you, and then you want to like.
No, that's because Ari bothers me. If she can hear that side and she wants to come that side to you.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I you are right. Like volume is very. When something is too loud and my thoughts are also too loud, like I just feel like you just walk into a club in the middle of a day when you're trying to make a decision about something, you know, like I don't know. Plus also I grew up in a household where noise
was not
my grandmother she's not a fan of noise. So I also just grew up in a, you know, keep your voice down and you know, like so yeah.
I think there are some of those going to sleep, waking up irks. You know, like for example, like things like, and girls do this a lot, where a girl, if she's awake, it's like that time when a guy wakes up in the morning, he's like tippy toes.
I don't wake you up.
My babies must sleep.
And even if I even find you up, like
yes, baby, but if you, when you find me up, because when I wake up, I don't bother you, and then we'll talk at some point. When if you're awake for more than 30 minutes in this house, I'm telling you.
That's not true. There's so many times where I've left.
But it's a female thing. It's one of those. Babe, are you awake? It's like now I am.
You're such a liar. You're such a liar. Honestly, you're the one who wakes me up to have conversations with me. Like you wake me up. Hey, did you see it on Twitter? And I'll just be like, I'm still sleeping. You do it.
No, but that's when you wake up. And it's not, I wake up and go for a 10-kilometer run every morning. And then check my phone around 11 a.m. You check that influencer challenge.
Yes, the influencer challenge. Yeah, you messed me up on that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
what are the cute things that you like really enjoy?
About you? Sometimes it's cute, sometimes it's...
Not just about me, but things you've experienced.
I
like
like being at me. You know, like I always have these fantasies that when I get into a fight, like with a guy, and then I go home, you know, just to hear security
3 months. 3 months, this guy will be knocking at your door with a rose.
Not for 3 months, obviously.
But
like come on. But like, you know, for like that whole thing of security, Oris is at the gate and I didn't even know he was coming. Like things like that for me, I'm just like, oh, like he's willing to fight for me. Like,
you like those?
You know, and stuff, guys. I'm not sure if my nipple was showing. I'm sorry. Like, you know, things like,
yeah.
I want someone to make an effort when they've upset me.
So, like, that's a cute habit that you like?
Yes. Yeah. Another cute habit I like, but also pisses me off sometimes, depending on how angry I am, is, you know, like when I'm mad at you or whatever, and then you come and you like hug me and kiss me and like, you know, like sometimes like it really melts me, but sometimes it's just like,
it's my saving grace, guys.
If you don't step back right now, like, I'm leaving. Like,
I'm packing my bags. I'm not leaving, I'm just packing my bags.
Habits?
Cute habits that we have. As much as like I don't say it as much, I like it when I'm wanted around. Like it's like, oh, I'm going to bed, babe. Yeah, are you leaving? Oh, I wanted you to be in bed with me. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Like I love feeling appreciated in that way. It's just that sometimes I also have the conflicted element of me and freedom and wanting to do my own thing. So when I want to stick around, sometimes I just watch TV or be on the balcony and whatever. But honestly, I do not take for granted how much you appreciate me having. How much
like,
you appreciate having.
Years later, I still nag you about let's go to bed.
Yeah.
Like I get so excited when you come to bed.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
ding 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 ding. I'm joking. You know, like I really.
Yeah. I think those things are kind of like important. I think it's also important to kind of have those discussions with your partner around what are those cute things that you appreciate and the things that you don't kind of acknowledge and give that much appreciation, but like to step back and be like, babe, I want you to know I actually enjoy it.
I actually didn't even know know that you like that until now.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And I think we should sit down and have more of those
I think so. I think I like the whole thing of what don't you like in an argument when you're not having an argument, like the way we're communicating now.
Yes.
And what do you
Not
like?
when you're having an argument, guys. You create more issues. They will create more issues.
You're gonna fight about the fight.
Instead of the actual issue. Yeah.
You know,
We learned
and also a conversation about what we're having right now. So I think it's cute when you
when
know
you do this.
yeah,
It's
like
cute
that.
when you do
Actually, that just made my. I'm ready to close.
that.
Baba.
Yeah, so guys, I think let's keep that love alive. Let's keep the transparency around things that don't work in a relationship and the transparency of the things that do work. And then overvalue, okay? Obviously, we didn't overvalue it in this episode, but when we're done here, we're gonna do more of it, okay? We're not only gonna talk about give me another one. I like it when you kiss me.
Really?
So yeah, you know, just more appreciation, more love, more acknowledgement of each other, but also straight talk. Speak about the things that are going on in your heart, but try to do that in the healthiest way. If it means taking a walk to do that and moving outside of the environment where you usually fight, when you kind of have those discussions, move out. It will make a difference. When you're watching the sunset and talking about things you don't like, you're less likely to have an argument. So if those things will help, contribute those things, add those things, bring life and health to the relationship as much as possible.
Yes.
Be transparent, speak, communicate.
Yeah.
And share more love and health, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. That's from us, myself, Oros Mampofu,
And me, Bianca Carmichael.
And together as Black Love Unplugged. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Please comment, please subscribe.
Yes. Comment.
Have a great weekend.
And I think to apologize, maybe next week we're gonna give away prizes.
Yeah, we could go live.
Next time we're gonna do the whole live thing with comments the way we did it.
Actually, you know what would be fun?
What?
I'm like, you know, if we bumped into like the first 3 fans we bumped into, we don't understand where we are.
Yes.
But if we bump into you and you say the code word, we'll give you a code word. You get your.
That is a cool one.
Your 500.
That is a cool one.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know, right?
All right. I'm keeping it. Thank you so much, guys. We'll check you next time.
Bye, guys.